Hello, Nikki, and how are you?
Hi, I'm really well, thanks, Jackie. Really well. Great to be here.
Great. So, um, you work for the Causley Trust. Can you let us know a little bit about it?
Sure. So I'm in the really fortunate position of being the director of the Causley Trust. We're a
Hmm.
small arts and heritage organisation based in the Cornish town of Launceston.
Yeah.
Um, and it's based in Launceston because that's where Charles Causley was born, lived, and died. And
Hmm.
Charles Causley, for those of you that don't know, was a poet of international renown who lived in the last century. He died 20 years ago this year, actually, and he's remembered for being quite an eclectic poet. So, sometimes people are classed as a war poet or a children's poet. Well, if you start looking into his work, um, has poetry from kind of every genre, and they're all good as well. So it's not like some were better than others. But he did base quite a lot of his writing and his poetry on the town of Launceston and the landscape as well. So you can
Right.
still wander around the town and see places pretty much as they were when he wrote
Mhm.
his poem 50, 60, 70 years ago. And you can actually see where that is. So there's something really lovely about the sense of place that there is as well
Mm.
with Charles's work.
So, you got the festival this weekend. Any little anecdotes, anything of absolute interest that you think people should be involved with?
Well, there's lots really. So it depends where you're coming from. So if you're interested in kind of free activities, so say if you're not that confident, you don't know how deep you want to go into something, you just want to pop in, but know that you can pop out again quite quickly, that it's not going to be pressured. We've got a number of different writers and performers who will be in shops, cafes, the library, and so on over the whole day on Saturday in and around the town of Launceston. They'll be there to just have a chat, to talk to you about their own creativity, to ask you about yours, to read poems, to kind of make some suggestions for you. We've got an evening event on Friday, which is very much celebrating the life of Charles Causley and the kind of the knock-on effect of Charles's work. So we've got a musical performer and a visual artist who are both going to unveil two pieces of work that they've done that's been inspired by Charles and his town. We've got Patrick Gale, the novelist, the time-selling, best-selling author, who's going to be talking about his book Mother's Boy, which is a faction work. So that's partly fact, partly fiction. And it's called Mother's Boy, and it's about the early life of Charles Causley. An amazing book, beautifully written, that evocatively describes Charles's childhood, his growth, and the time that he went into the Navy and his life. Patrick's been going all over the UK and he's off to the States over the summer to promote the book as well. So if you know Launceston, the book is amazing in the descriptions. If you know a little bit about Charles and you want to know more, if you like biography, this is a really good place to go. So Patrick's going to be doing a session. Also got a number of people. So one person from the University of Exeter who works in the special collections, so the archive there, who's going to be talking about the collection and what's there that people can go and see. We've also got a number of writers. So we've got Anthony Capildeo, the renowned Trinidadian poet, and Rachel Piercy, who does a huge amount of work around children and young people's poetry, who was an artist in residence for us a couple of months back. And Dr. David Devaney, who's the lead on creative writing at Falmouth University, who's the chair of the trust. They're going to be talking about Charles, his life, the impact of his work, how Charles's work has affected what they do as well. And that's in the Guildhall on the Friday evening. And then we've also got, I quite like this one in particular, a curry and creative evening in Buddha Kitchen, which is a vegan cafe in Launceston on Saturday evening. We've got pop choir, the local pop choir, the local town band are playing. English Heritage are opening the castle with free visits on the Saturday, so you can pop along and go into the castle and go up to the top and see the exhibitions and so on. And we've also got a number of workshops that you can sign up for, which are varied, different levels. Some are free, some are paid for. We've also got an event on the Sunday afternoon called Poetry in Ruins, which is based down at St Thomas's Priory down in Newport, where again, open mics, chance to just get in there, try your hand at it. And we've also got a digital programme on Sunday, part of Sunday as well. So even if you're out of town, you can engage with us through the digital programme. If you're not sure about creativity and whether it's for you, but you just want something interesting to do, come and see us on Saturday, pop in, find out more about us, find out about what the different options are for creativity. And if you'd like something that's very specific to Charles, pop on down on Friday evening to the Guildhall. And Cyprus Well, Charles's house, will be open for certain times over the weekend as well, so you can pop on down there. So there's a lot of different things going on.
So how can people get involved with the Causley Trust?
There's lots of different ways, actually. So we have a membership scheme that even if you're not really local to Launceston, you can engage with and you can benefit from. So yeah, you can volunteer, you can become a member, you can attend events, you can be part of our competitions and support what we're doing, and also you could be a donor. We're also looking for people who might want to stay in Cyprus Well, so actually pay to stay and have a cultural retreat in that space. So you can find out more details on that at the website as well. We often have donations from people who didn't know a lot about Charles, who've come to Launceston as part of the festival, who've really engaged with what we do, and they want to support more of that going forwards.
Thank you so much for talking to me, and I look forward to seeing you this weekend.
Great. Thanks ever so much, Jackie. Really appreciate it. And yeah, really looking forward to welcoming everyone to the Trust this weekend and the festival. Thank you.